Hello and welcome. Today I would like to discuss emotional intelligence, and while talking about this, introducing you to the emotional guidance system. This is something that has changed my life in such an amazing way, and something I've shared with a lot of people that has brought much awareness and clarity to their lives. And so to start this off, what are emotions? What is the difference between an emotion and a feeling? Or do you think they're the same thing? So I've touched on the creation of emotions in an earlier video that I'll throw up there. But just to revisit really quickly, we have a thought. Based on that thought, chemistry is released from our brain into our body, which creates a feeling, a physical feeling. The thought or the idea is an emotion. For example, love is an idea, right? Happiness is an idea. Frustration is an idea. The feeling that accompanies those ideas is the physical sensation that we receive in our body. So that is what emotions are, and that is how they induce feelings. And what does it mean to be emotionally intelligent? Well, it means to start to become aware of your emotions and why they're there. Why are your feelings there? And how can emotions be used to serve you rather than just be something that you react to? Why do physical feelings and sensations come about in your body? Well, we just said that, right? Through an idea. And what is the catalyst to ideas? What is the catalyst to you feeling something or thinking something? Experience, right? You experience something in the outside world, which is the catalyst to bring about the thought or the perception of an emotion. And then based on that idea that you have that this physical experience requires this emotion, then you feel it, right? For example, if you sense that you are loved from someone else, you have an idea that you are loved and you feel like you are loved. If you feel that you are unloved, then the same thing happens. What's interesting about this is that you are creating this. If I ask you to close your eyes and envision times in your life that you felt very loved, and start to feel into that feeling, feel into those moments, you can start to feel what it feels like to be loved. You can do the opposite. You can play with this. It's your creation. What you feel is your creation, right? But what happens when it's not? What happens when you are subconsciously feeling something that you don't want to feel, right? I think this happens a lot. We feel frustrated, angry, sad, and most of us don't want to feel that way, right? And so how can we use these experiences to guide us to emotions and feelings that we do want to receive and that do serve us, right? Not that the other ones don't, and you'll see how they do serve you. So emotions are your guidance tool, and we must first bring awareness to them. And what are they guiding you towards? Well, they are showing you where you are not free within your life. They are showing you where you have a belief that is contrary to what you're experiencing. They are showing you where there is resistance within your belief system comparatively to what you're experiencing. Okay? And by becoming aware of this, you can start to discover what these beliefs are, and you can start to change these beliefs because that's all they are, right? And you gain this belief somehow, and if it does no longer serve you, then you can change it, right? You can upgrade your software, because chances are that you received this belief. And what is a belief? Well, it is a thought that you had based off an experience, and that thought continued to, let's say, reoccur within your experience until it became a subconscious belief, right? And so in order to reprogram the belief, you would have to do the same thing. You would have to bring awareness to it, then insert what you would truly desire to feel like, and repeat, right? But first, you must become aware of it. And so how do we do this? Well, the cool thing about emotions is that they lead to a physical feeling, right? And this is your guidance tool. Because once you feel physically the emotion, you can click into awareness, right? It is much simpler than trying to click into a thought, for example. You don't really feel the thought. You feel the physical sensation of the thought after the thought, right? And so once you feel something, any type of emotion, do your best, which you're always doing, to bring awareness to this feeling, right? Now, once you bring awareness to the feeling, I would invite you to observe and allow the feeling. As soon as you become aware of it, this is not a time to start investigating as to why you were feeling this way, because you are already within the emotional state, right? And we know how it goes when you start to solidify ideas in the emotional state. I mean, think about any argument you've ever been in, right? And you're trying to understand or solidify your position in that argument while you're emotional. It tends to just go deeper and deeper into the emotion, right? And any sense of clarity is lost. But when do you become able to be clear after an argument? Or let's just use that for an example. Well, it's normally after, right? Either the moments after, the next day, where you realize, wait a second, I didn't want to feel that way. I didn't want to say those things, right? But we can speed up this process. Bring awareness to the physical feeling. Become an observer and allow it. Literally put yourself in a quiet space, like this, and become aware of what you're feeling and where you're feeling it within your body. For me, I became very aware that with frustration, I feel it in my stomach. And if I try to solve it, or if I try to do anything besides observe it, I give it energy and it starts to build throughout my body. And so first, become aware, observe, and allow. Once you observe and allow the feelings and the thoughts that come in, they'll dissipate because you're no longer giving them energy, right? You're no longer offering resistance to them. Now, once they have dissipated, now you are clear to be able to investigate. And the question I invite you to ask yourself is, what must I have been believing in that moment in order to feel that way? It's a very powerful question. The reason it's so powerful is you're going to start to uncover stories that you are telling yourself that do not align with your true being. They do not align with your higher self. Because if they did, they would not feel that way. If your aligned self is here, and with your aligned self become your aligned perspectives and all the rest, as soon as you shift, you're going to feel something. These are your emotions. These are your feelings. Once you observe and allow, you come back to center. Then you can ask yourself the question about, hey, what must I have been believing that is contrary to here that pushed me over here? By doing this, so many things will be uncovered about your belief system that no longer serve you. On top of that, it's just an unbelievable way to bring awareness to your daily life on such a more consistent basis, because you're clicking in to whenever you feel something, which is a lot. And through this process, your awareness and your conscious ability to guide yourself through moments in life becomes so much simpler. I'm very excited for you to start to experience this. And I would love to hear the certain experiences that you have in your life based off this practice. Infinite love to you all.